What is going on, guys? We are back with week 16 of our Nighthawks Relocation Fantasy Draft franchise, and of course, we just got done finishing quite possibly the greatest game of Madden ever. The Dallas Cowboys caught us making a lot of mistakes. They were taking advantage of each of those mistakes, and ultimately, though, they just left the door open a crack, and we kicked that bait down, and of course, ended up winning the thing by 6 in overtime. Absolutely insane game. Whether or not, you care about the results, it's probably worth actually watching the game. It was just insane, honestly. The way things were going, I thought we were going to be done for by the third, and we just never stopped clawing, and of course, we kind of put up a historic performance. But let's go up against the Niners next week if we don't have at least one breakout, dude. What? Now, I'm not saying that we could repeat what we just did or even come close to doing that for, Sky Moore or the quarterback, but we literally just had historic performances. Like, how? Of course, Gamble gets Player of the Week. Could have been him, could have been, Sky Moore, but regardless of the point, thankfully we got some positive thing. Of course, Sweat, like we said, had one of the greatest defensive performances I've ever seen, and obviously still got it despite the loss. The Niners, a team that are 6-8, still a chance. Probably the most dangerous team you could probably be facing right now. A 6-8 team where there's still a shot is absolutely scary. Now, it's not the biggest shot in the world, but this is like the week where they've got to throw everything at us. If they're 6-9 or 6-10, whatever, it's like, okay, it's over. But 6-8, they've absolutely got to win. So this could be a bit of a trap. But, of course, looking in the positive of things, only one game behind the Cowboys after just winning again, against them there. Maybe a tie on the season could give us the nod. I'm not 100% sure the tie-breaking procedures here. It's such a disaster all the way down the line. But this is what the squad looks like, of course. And then defensively, a very good squad that has just been... they gave up a lot of points, but they also made some plays when they needed to. Once again, we gave them some short fields. We literally gave them scores. It's not an easy time being a defender or a quarterback on this team. Looking at their quarterback situation, Carson Wentz is the QB. Not a super great quarterback. Of course, Aaron Jones, pretty solid running back with a backup that's decent. Wide receivers, we did see DK Metcalf. Brian Edwards is the number 2, and then Jahan Dotson hasn't really seemingly developed for them yet, but is very solid, and nonetheless, with that speed, Hawkinson is a very high overall. Left tackle's decent. Left guard is okay. Would have thought he would have developed by now, a little bit better than that. Center's, pretty awful. Kappa's okay, and then right tackle is just fiercely good. Left end, Chase Young is amazing. Chase Winovich is decent. The chase is on, if you will. Yep, I'll be here all day. Leave a like and subscribe. Oh my God. Whoever made this class, assuming that is... Maybe it's not. Wait, is that the Troy Anderson? Or is that somebody else with just literally the same name? I gotta take a look in a sec. But that, okay. Interesting. No, it is him. So whoever made that, very slow player. But of course, they've got a couple of players. But ultimately, if you were to look at this roster, it kind of seems like bottom 5. And for our start of the game, I think running the ball short and stopping the run short is going to be the key to winning this game, at least until we see what happens. You never know what's going to go down. Obviously, I said that kind of in opposite order, but regardless of the point, you get the thing, as we are going to hopefully not have any injuries, use any upgrades we may have, and then hop right in. I seen something about a PCL or something. I didn't like it. Of course it's Drake Jackson with a PCL sprain. I told you. You guys are like, I know. We seen it. We knew before you did. Don't know how that would be possible, but maybe. 2 players still trying to find their way. Well, maybe not their way, but finding their way up the overall list. Tyson Anderson with an upgrade that's okay. And then Tutu Atwell, which we are going to... I really need that release to get up there. When you're this low of an overall, but you're developing, I kind of feel like they should just give you a bunch of upgrades, +3 to route deep, medium route running. That's cool. But his release is 56, bro. Here it is, back at home, going up against the San Francisco 49ers, a team that absolutely needs to win. we're in a decent spot. I feel like we have like kind of a, I wouldn't say we physically have a 2-loss cushion, but I'd feel comfortable with still making the playoffs even if we lost 2 more games. So, you know, we need to win, but we're maybe not as desperate as the Niners, so we'll have to pay attention, you know, throughout to see if they get a little more risky than expected and pay attention to the fakes and all that stuff, as once again, losing this game for them is probably a GG. Hell, even if they win the game, they may be GG'd, but you obviously know that they're physically if they lose, so this could be a very interesting matchup with that, you know, in mind, but still going to play our game the way we want to and realistically force Carson Wentz to throw the ball. We are going to be kicking the ball first. A little bit of wind. Tucker is going to absolutely utilize that as this ball will be gone. Weirdly enough, with Jahan Dotson's development, he's actually a superstar, so I'm not really sure why he's not going up a little bit higher than that. Maybe he's only just getting the nod at the starting spot. And wait a minute. Maybe don't force Carson Wentz to throw. Is the MVP of the league, you know, staring us right in the face here? What is this? Excuse me. Does anyone want to tell this guy he's supposed to be bad, or you know, we're all just gonna pretend like this is something that's happening? Of course, Tyson Anderson can't get in there. Of course, a little block in the back almost. Jabril Cox gets there anyways, though. Kind of turns around and the guard kind of smashed him up a bit. 2nd and 7. The sit-down routes, man, have been killing us all season long. And even though we've had a couple of interceptions on them, I still feel like we are overall losing on them more than we're winning on them. Especially when you consider the picks are because of late reads, not because we're in good position. As we can't break free. Trent, oh, look at freaking Jones, who just gets killed by Tyndall out of nowhere. Trent Brown, though, really good job somehow filtering back through the middle as Burns tried to beat him there. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just going to hope for the best as we're bringing up personnel, and Burns misses him with a stiff arm from Jones, but a stiff arm is not going to go too well against Brian Burns as he's going to take him back for a loss of 3 on the play. Look at this one back as he's going to get kind of a free rush. Misses him with the stiff, but obviously he's like, wait a minute, Jones isn't that strong, and just regathers him and takes him down. I'm glad you remembered that Jones isn't like the strongest man of all time. That obviously helped a lot last play. As they got the running back wide open. Speaking of Jones, another huge hit to the knees, though, by Woolen. But yet another first down. 2 of the 3 completions to the running back. Actually, maybe all 3. I can't really remember what the... Oh, no, there was a curl route. I remember now. First and 10. Trying to stop the run. Oh, they do not run it this time. We got a little bit of pick plays almost. As Hawkinson, also taken down low, is going to get it all the way to the 19-yard line. The league loves themselves some scoring, so not going to see a call on the pick play. Also, a triple option potentially. I mean, it's a run. Of course, they lose a yard, which helps us. Aaron Jones kind of deadly in the receiving game, but so far nothing showing for in the ground. And it's not really in the ground, more on the ground. He's not a carrot, unfortunately, for him. I don't know why I don't want to be a carrot. We've got too many players to cover. And Carson Wentz is going to go over the line of scrimmage, and that will be coming back. Oh, well, it is, but it wasn't over the line. I thought that flag did come out a little bit early. We're going to accept this as, sure, 3rd and 6 is big, but 2nd and 21 is potentially field goal losing bad. So let's just play our game. They got Penny out there, and Penny's going to get the stiff arm. Thank God Jabril Cox got back there because it kind of cleared out perfectly for him. They might have even scored. Oh, man, coverage. Oh, no. Timeout. That would have been the wrong personnel. That would have been a bit of a disaster. Try to get a piece of them, and under pressure, we'll get it off to Jones for another completion, but for nothing. They're going to get the first points on the board, but all in all, defense did a decent job to limit that to only 3. Melifonwu off the edge. Not going to get there, and it will be 3-0. Nwangwu, a couple of decent returns on the year. 1 for touchdown. Going to get another chance at it. Gets a nice juke move inside, but realistically, no matter where he went from it, not enough support for the touchdown. Of course, Gamble, who has kind of been up and down. This would be the down game if we're going to have one. Still having a pretty good year with the rushing numbers. Actually kind of a sleeper MVP candidate. Kind of like in the middle of the pack almost. This may need to get out quickly, to be honest with you. Well, maybe not. And I don't think he's going to have the speed. Chase Winovich is pretty fast, though. He's going to get a loss of one, a gain of 1 there, which isn't great for us. It's okay for them. Kind of overthought a little bit. Took off because I felt like it was just taking too long to develop. And there goes 2-2 Atwell with nobody on him. And runs out of bounds. Tried to slow down, but the momentum took him out. Could have gained another first down. And depending on his juke ability, which we know is pretty decent, maybe even more. Regardless, though, it's going to be a first down. And we're going to go with the read option, which they actually don't see. And we get no blocks. Good job. I mean, how often are we going to actually beat Chase Young on a read option? Like, he actually just didn't see it. Like, it's unbelievable. I don't really see anyone open, but Gamble's got those legs. He's going to get a decent block. Ooh, no fumble, thankfully. Chase Young chasing down hard. Gain of 16, though, as nothing was open. The man coverage was pretty much lockdown. Ferguson, he's decently fast. I don't think they really have the edge for this as long as Woodley does an okay job, which he absolutely does not. And then we try to get a little more risky and hope Hawkins would pick him up. He missed him. And it was a loss of 6. Logan Wilson on the play, absolutely winning that matchup. But 2nd and 16, it's a brand new down. And we're going to throw that inside to Sky Moore. It's a pretty bad throw, but it's going to work out for a gain of about 21 on the play, as he was just so open that it just didn't really matter. As long as the ball wasn't thrown completely uncatchable, he was turning that into a good gainer. 1st and 10 now. Looking for that out to Woodley, and there's nobody on him. He could score. And wow, Logan Wilson having the reach of a god. I did not think he was going to get that. Throws out a little bit more in the front of him. Maybe it's a touchdown. Regardless, still going to be another first down, and we're going to be happy about it. Ferguson to the corner. Oh, there's nobody there. Oh, Jesus. That is going to be grounding, unfortunately. Regardless, we were kind of doomed, right? There was no blocks up the middle, and it was either going to be a sack or a throwaway. At least it wasn't a fumble. That's kind of the main winning point here. And we're going to throw that in. And Ferguson's just going to get beat to the ball like that by Jeff Bust Okuda. Okay, I see you, I guess. I don't think this is a bad read. I think it's a risky read, but I don't think it's a bad one. Our guy's in front of it, and the corner just jumps out in front, I guess. I don't know how we can't equally do that as the receiver, but I guess not. Interception, San Fran. And picked right back up by Carmichael. Basically a fresh set of downs at the 13. Oh my god, what is even life? No incompletions for him the whole game. And he has one there. The read option, he's not ready for it. Gamble is going to be down to the 1. Ferguson did an okay job. I'd liked him to block the inside, but still was able to give us some sort of support there to just make a play. We got the wishbone formation. Looking for a lane, and we're going to find that lane as they're hesitating, not knowing who's got the ball, not knowing where the blockers are coming from, and we'll walk in. Carmichael with the game changer after our game changer. Kicking this one into the sky. Should have a chance to get to the ball carrier, and it's going to be like a loss of 1 for them, which is, I don't know if it's really worth it. Like, you run the risk of a hit stick if you're them, but you also run the risk for any team of an injury, so at the end of the day, is it really worth it? Trent Brown's doing such a good job. We kind of, like, doubled ourselves. We tried to cut it inside, thought maybe he couldn't get back in time, and boy, that man has got the answers so far. Jordan Davis, 2nd and 9, trying to play the outsides if we can. Power move doesn't work. Go with the spin move, toss to the side like a potato. And we miss with Scott, and there goes Hawkinson again. Nice shot to the knees. Welcome back, Booker, who was, of course, injured last week in our insane comeback win over the Cowboys. Maybe it didn't need to be a comeback if he wasn't hurt, so maybe feeling the pain as well this game of no Drake Jackson, speaking of. Osai. You're a sight for sore Osais. I don't know. And he doesn't see it coming. We were kind of locked in with Osai and just, let it happen. And fortunately, Cox just doesn't see it, which is weird because Cox usually sees everything coming. He's usually nothing. Tyndall, really good job, open field, and just makes the play. Kind of gets it stolen by Osai, but can't really blame the guy. He doesn't really play often. Can't blame the Osai. And once again, don't need to, but I've done it. 2nd and 10, we're going to go with the speed rush this time, which doesn't really work. We almost even hit him late on accident because we're kind of thrown into him. Of course, gaining only 2 yards, so it's not the biggest gainer in the world, but still, it'd be nice to actually beat Trent Brown at some point. Maybe. Sean Wade, we're going to see the press. See how that goes for us. Screen pass. And thankfully, kind of gets lost in his own line, and it will be a field goal, which will keep them in it, keep them close, but still keep us with the lead, obviously. As Melifonwu on the other side can't get there in time, and it will be good. Wangwu with another chance to return, a little bit more central than return. Finding some room! Slipping it! Touchdown, Wangwu! We said it was going to happen again at some point, and there it is. More earned than the other one, but still, once again, led by great blocking. The offense and its struggles needs to worry not. As Wangwu says, I've got you covered, kids. Taking it all the way back. Nice little slip off. Got somebody diving in on him, and doesn't matter the speed of him to get it all the way for the touchdown, looking like a hero. Who says Cole Turner can't be a great player for us still? It's kind of crazy. Is like it was set up by the block on the kicker. The kicker was in a perfect spot to stop that bleeding that was happening of their unit, and he got picked up by Cole Turner. There was a chance still to take him down, and Wangwu slips off of it. Didn't want to juke move or anything. I felt like we were going to get popped off the side if we tried to, so we're just willing to just fall down if we had to, but just slipped away. And, of course, Carson Wentz kind of getting exposed here a bit even more as the game goes on, as just a scared passer that's only willing to throw it short. 3rd and 7, Trent Brown still makes the play, and, of course, Wolin's nowhere to be found on the curl route. Still can't believe Trent Brown. The run-up, the perfectly timed snap. Burns was burning, literally, not even trying to punt. Like, he was, like, juicing. Of course, Aaron Jones finally finding a little bit of success, but still not a great game so far for him on the ground. The pass game has been a lot different. It's actually been pretty useful there, but here we go, 2nd and 4 after a nice run, and Jordan Davis not going to get there, but Scott slips it in there. Number 33 versus number 33, 2 smaller guys. Scott technically wins that matchup, and here we are with a 3rd and 1. Not going to run commit because last thing we need to do is give him a free first down or a free touchdown, but still, and that's why you don't. But we still left it open up the middle. And I will say, okay, he gets the first down, which really, he's still going, by the way. I will say, I thought maybe he was just blind, didn't see Metcalf, but the corner, Booker, who's very fast, was out there. We're getting back last second. I think he maybe still should have taken that chance, but Wentz gets the first down regardless. Kappa getting a little nervous going against Jordan Davis, who's kind of recently kind of getting the better of him. Gets the early jump, and it's not really going to matter as almost all of that is regained here to the 2 by Brandon Edwards. So hard not to say Braylon. It's so hard. Jeez, what? Got the sit down, and Carson's in trouble. Burns winning it this time. Fighting hard, scrappy through Trent Brown. Carson Wentz gets, gets a little too close, and Burns gets his 14th of the season. You can see off that edge. Burns pushing him, and then just throws him to the ground. Unbelievable. Time to bring the juice. Osai with that speed can make a play. We're not going to get a free rush. Over the middle is open. He finds the throw. We miss the hit. Edwards fighting hard to the 5. Of course, with the clock, we do have 2 timeouts. Not the worst look in the world for us, so yeah, that absolutely sucks. We had a chance, but still, we look like we may get a touchdown chance ourselves before half, and we miss with that lane, but of course, only a gain of 2 with the linebackers and safeties getting up there, making the stop. All right, boys, let's make a play. Come on, Jordan Davis, it's all you. Nice. Oh, Jordan misses, but that's okay because he gets there early enough and slows him down. It's going to be a loss of 1. We got the man coverage look, super pressed up. We're depending on this blitz to get there. Oh, that's a really good play. And short, perhaps. They call it a touchdown, but I'd like to see this back. Looking at this play, and I do not think that's a touchdown. But it also doesn't let us challenge it, so what? Wait. Hello, referee? Referee, I need help. Okay, so this is like the line. This is about as close you're going to get to calling it. Where is that a touchdown? Never does this ball get into the end zone. Wow. We just got absolutely scammed. It's an automatic review on the scoring play, and they just chose not to? Like, I get he's wide open, but the throw is so bad that it wasn't a freebie. Of course, Wang was slipping off, but only going to get to the 24. That's just going to constantly be on my mind because we just got scammed. However, though, we do get the ball at half, so if we were to make a play on this drive, could still be a great situation. And once again, the long-haired people of this team are causing problems for us. Did he just beam somebody with the ball there? All right, Ferguson, you're kind of my main look, but Woodley, also a pretty good player. And Ferguson kind of open, and unfortunately on the run, I felt like we needed to buy a little bit more time because the guy picked up Ferguson's route. Didn't stick with it, and I needed that extra time to decide. And we're in some trouble, and that's going to be thankfully swatted. That should have been a pick six. Chase Young making quick work of our linemen, and let alone score before half, or maybe give them another score before half. Blitzing has not worked, but we still need to continue to try it, as Tyndall's makes a really good play there. Obviously, I understand the reason to run the ball there, which, speaking of, we probably should do a little bit more ourselves. I mean, we're getting deterred by the fact that we're getting no lanes, but still we got to commit more to it, even if it's just the read option, as, Hawkins has definitely kind of gotten screwed over. Oh, Jordan Davis misses. Burns, no! Step up! Anderson gets him, but it's a first down. The clock's going to continue to run. It doesn't really help us any because, oh my, we're in some trouble. We could be in some trouble over the middle. Oh, and we overplayed. Another huge hit. No fumble, unfortunately, but we should have called a timeout last second there, but it was kind of too late. Try to change the lineup a little bit. Change the play. It just didn't happen. Come on, safety, and nobody's there. It's going to be another pretty good play down to the 16. Not really sure what we can do with the clock here either. Thankfully, they took care of that for us. Calling a timeout there was a little bit of an iffy decision, but we'll see what happens, I guess. And outside, he's going to gain about 7. Bunch of DBs in here now, but of course, leaving ourselves vulnerable on the run. Not today, though. And man, these tight ends. It's going to be down to the 1. They're going to call a timeout, which honestly, being down to the 1 there, I think was perfect. But that timeout, a little iffy. But I suppose at the same time, they were able to get the ball off of us again right before half. And they're going to score again. Run commits, and we can't get in. Oh, wow, that's a good play action. Dot to the corner. Not going to get there, and it's a touchdown, San Francisco. Yeah, our offense has been in a pretty bad spot this game. I mean, you got to remember, our only touchdown, I believe. No, not actually our only touchdown. One of our only touchdowns was a kick return touchdown on perfect blocks. Wang Wu kind of looking dead there, but reevaluating his decision to come here, perhaps. I don't know. Regardless, Gibbs on the screen. We'll say him not coming in often maybe focuses, puts the focus on him a bit. And I need you to keep running, buddy, as he's going to get smothered by Chase Young. I'm not really going to be looking to stop the clock as we lost yards on the play. But I still will. Wow, okay, never mind. The play's, his drive's gone. Dump it off to Hawkins. I mean, what's really the point? Damn, dude. Not the second quarter we wanted to have. Made it our focus to stop the run and run the ball. We did that well for stopping the run, but as far as running the ball, we only ran 5 times. But at the same time, look at the difference in snaps. Their time of possession has to be immensely higher than ours. Well, I'm glad I double spammed it, so it's run inside again. I still feel like it probably is the best way to stop them. As Wang Wu is trying to make a play. Gets it at 27, but not much more than that. Got more going up against an X-Factor corner. Kind of need him to block as Tutu Atwell is going to be on the other side trying to make something happen. And he's going to get a nice cut move. There you go. 2-2. Turning that into an 11-yard game. Bing, 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 bing. All right, Turner's kind of our main look. Ferguson could slip it behind the defense, though. And that is a tough one for Ferg, who drops it. Once again, a little under pressure and not able to get the cleanest of looks off, unfortunately. Good, it's play action, but you would think it would also freeze them a little bit, maybe. Inside, Sky Moore is going to be short, but still manageable 3rd and 1. Woodley, that's a dot. Good enough throw, good enough catch. First down, 16 yards. Under 100 so far. Not a good look, but looking to exceed that momentarily if we can. Sky Moore going up against the best corner on the team again. I really wanted to take that, but Hawkins is really open too. Had to slow down slightly, but gets the hurdle and gains 14. Nice. I don't think you can actually hand this off, if I'm not mistaken. Not that we would want to anyways. And he literally basically just handed the ball away. I was about to kneel or slide, but I don't understand why he fumbled there. How is he fumbling on this? Who even hit him? What? I mean, it hits his elbow, but why are we not tucking this? The dive or the slide attempt literally just like put the ball out. Here, take it. What is he doing? Love the idea that he slides after the fact that he doesn't have the ball anymore, too. Great. Good job, man. You really protected yourself and the ball there. Huge L. Of course, the tight end is naked. Luckily, we ran that down as Carson Wentz is going to gain about 2. Nobody covering the tight end there. Absolutely nobody. 2nd and 8. Oh, we're getting blocked up. There you go, Jabril. That's an amazing play. Garrett Bowles was making plays. Jabril made better ones. Was going to go with the blitz, but they went 5 wide. Felt like we had no choice here. Over the middle is open, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get that throw there. Carson will be short. That will and should be a punt. 4th and 2 from your own 19, up 6. Going up against a defense or an offense that seemingly is dead in the water. Makes sense. Of course, we did move the ball, but we just didn't score as we seemingly have done a lot of lately. And he's not going to get much blocks. Oh, nice little play last second. Oh, nice try on the spin. Maybe got a little too fancy, lost some yards, but was a little worried about just losing the ball, so tried to get away in first hand and actually picked up the block, which sucked, but it is what it is. We still have possession. That's all that matters. Just don't fumble, you know? And Gamble not going to be able to outrun Chase Young. He's an athletic guy, and he kind of had the edge, but I still felt like, I don't know, maybe we should have been able to outrun him there. But it's kind of irrelevant because what we should think and should have and all that doesn't matter. And I know we should have been running the ball more, so 2nd and 17. Risky as hell, but we're going to run it. And if not for that freaking Chase Young guy again, it would have actually been a really sneakily good call. But once again, woulda, coulda, shoulda, all that crap. Doesn't matter. We got to try to convert here. 3rd and 11. Ferguson maybe. Tight end. Not a good enough throw, and it's going to be a punt. Let's see if Matt Ariza can make a play of himself today. A pretty good punt. He's going to get out there in time, though. A huge hit by Wade. No fumble, but a chance nonetheless. All right, looking at their offense, they've obviously had a pretty good game so far. We're catching up a little bit, but the score hasn't changed. Momentumly, we're catching up, but once again, we got to get back on the board desperately. Maybe it could be the defense that does that. We'll see. 1st and 10 from the 20. And Carmichael, huge hit on Jones, gaining 2 yards. I was a little scared. We kind of almost let him in, but did a good job. It's now a 2nd and 8. Could be a screen on the way he's lined up here. Just kind of feels screen-like. I'm going to pay attention to it. It's not. And we're going to come back across. And he's going to take the shot deep, but Anderson's there. Dropped, but it's a great play. Good tracking, and it's now going to be a 3rd and 8. Really want to blitz here. We're kind of baiting because we're not really ready for anything on this side of the field. And there goes Burns. 15 on the season. Sometimes you don't actually have to blitz. Make it look like you're going to, and Trent Brown just didn't grab the edge. Burns comes in free, chases him down, and boom. Defense having the offenses back here this week. Last week, not so much, but this week, definitely the case. Wangwu chance to return, and looks actually really good lined up. Cut inside, really not a great move, but to the 46 nonetheless. Let's get points. I don't even care if it's just a field goal. Be super disappointing, but also an improvement, unfortunately. That's the truth. Of course, Sky Moore actually has a little bit of a lead up here. Oh, we should have. Oh, it works out, though. Oh, that's a good move. Not bad. Gaining about 8. We absolutely sold that. Didn't believe in the blockers, though, to actually get out there, so I thought maybe we had to cut back. It's fine. It works out. It's going to be, you know, a near first down situation. Running the ball again, and Hawkins, no! All the way to the 16, going to be called back. So not only do we lose the huge gain, but we're also in a bit of a bad spot to continue the drive. Huge mistake by Newhouse. 2nd and 2, a huge gain turned into now a 2nd and 9. That's rough. But either way, got to deal with it. It's reality for us underneath. Going to go back to Sky Moore. And he gets the first down, gains about 11. Read option other side, Chase Winovich. 2 superstar chases. And he's not going to see it, thankfully, as Gamble's going to get a lot of room to work with. And he's going to slide to the 19, again about 16 on the play. Nearing the 4th, but in a good spot, surprisingly. He's kind of ready for that outside, so why not just streak Ferg? And we're going to throw that low. Really good throw. As 40 actually had a chance, but there was just nothing he could have done. It was just such a good pass. Ringing the house here a little bit, which obviously makes sense as we're putting a lot of people on the line of scrimmage. And Hawkins going to slip it down to the 4. Nice blocking. Of course, we have really not run the ball much today, but they did kind of like do a good job of deterring us, yet the pass game wasn't much better. So maybe bad play calling, but you know, here we are. We're trying to right our wrongs, nearing the 4th. And looking like he may get the edge. Hawkins will. Touchdown number 2. And we will be taking the lead pending an extra point. I trust the athleticism and size we have, so we're going to run the blitz. And maybe not so much. Come on, guys. Don't let Brian Edwards do that to you. He doesn't have that athleticism that we do. Not even much fat. You know, I don't even know if he's much taller, if taller at all, than the boundary corners we have. Running back, cutting inside. Jordan Davis isn't going to get... Wake up, Anderson. Might just come in with the blitz. We do. Try to back off last second. Tyson Anderson. That is a dot. Most quarterbacks, I feel, would have just not seen the underneath and just threw a pick right to him. And instead he floated it perfectly. Continuing the drive. Another first down on top of it. Just not great for us. As Jordan Davis kind of getting thrown to the side. Kappa's had an okay time of it. And out of bounds slightly. Stearns doing just enough there on Metcalf. Clutch moment there for Stearns to get there just in time. Cox on the edge. Got to make sure that he doesn't cut it back. Doesn't. And that's why we're gunning it. Huge stop. Only a gain of 3. It's a lot that goes into it, you know. It's kind of tough. Once again, Osai. Maybe try to run it over last second. And it's enough to throw him off, but the pressure's not getting there, and he's just going to run up. But he's going to be short on the slide. 4th and 1. I mean, if I'm them, or specifically if I'm Carson Wentz, I'm going for that all. Laid off the edge, not going to get the block. But it's going to be a lead of 2 after the field goal. I think you got to man up and just take the hit. Even if I'm like 0 and 16, I'm taking the hit there, you know. Try to go 1 and 16 instead of losing every game. Nanglu not going to get the blocks at all. Oh my, that's just terrible blocking. Great run up, but because of it, they were too slow to block. Going to go with the double backfield play as the run doesn't look great. Let's see what we got. And there's nobody on. A lot of players are going to just take the underneath to Woodley. Maybe had a chance deep to was a Ferguson, but I think that was the safest play, and it obviously gained us yards. I don't know if I trust this Tutu Atwell look, but if it's there, it's there. The blocks aren't great, though, unfortunately. Sky Moore gets kind of lit up. Is that Trayvon Diggs? I don't know how I feel about this play, to be honest. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Hawkins doesn't even get a piece of him. That could be that's likely the drive. Doesn't even get a piece of him, though. We're kind of setting this up to just, like, throw them off and just get Ferguson open. We're going to see what happens here, though. It's kind of what it is. Whatever, Cole Turner's a pretty good player. Drops it. Oh, wow. Offense has really not had a good day. The blocking, though, has just been so inconsistent. Didn't really see anyone open. There may have been someone, though. Come on, Sean Wade. Nice hit again, but once again, it's not going to lead to anything. This guy just loves pain, I think. Offense just not having any success. Stern's going to run up. Obviously, he's the deep safety. Turn around. Nice job, team. Absolutely hammering Metcalf for the drop. Got Gamble looking across the sideline like it doesn't matter, dude. Your offense is sucking. It's not the defense. We can't get off the line, though. It is on this play. Burns, don't give up the edge. And we miss. Huge hit. Somehow recovered by Trent. What are we doing? It's still 3rd down and 3, but, I mean, realism-wise, and do we really believe? That's a good move. Oh, could be short, though. Tyson clutching up finally on the tackle. Unbelievable. Wouldn't give an inch. 4th and 1 could be a fake. It'd be really stupid, but the Niners, you never know. Be careful, and there will be a legit punt. And we may actually have some blocks for once. Oh, trying to get that edge as there was obviously some room to run. I don't want to get too dramatic, but if we don't put up points on this drive, I think the game may be over. He's going to throw that perfectly, and it just drops it. Of course, he just drops it. Good drop, dude. 20th ranked defense, only allowing 200 yards. Not even. We haven't even gotten to 200 yet. And the worst part is they're playing while covering the run. Like, it's just insane. Oh, Woodley. Oh, that could be a score. He's a fast guy. He's trying to out. Oh, that's a good play by that guy. Dude, that's a good dive. If he misses the dive there, that's a touchdown, I think. Woodley free down the middle of the field. Oh, my. Is that 3 players in Ferg? Surely someone's got to be open underneath. There we go. I was about to say, oh, wasn't a linebacker. It looked like one at first, and our right guard is now injured. That'd be the first time I've seen him hurt. 2nd and 1, going to run the ball here, and we see the lane. Nice little play, but unfortunately down to the 9. This actually might be the perfect run call. I mean, there is literally nobody on the inside. Trying to cut it back, getting away for number 30, gets it to the 4. It's a gain of 5. 4 minutes left. Could be a very clutch time to score. Obviously, we shouldn't be giving this much room to them for the chance to win, but regardless, it is what it is, and Hawkins is in for his 3rd score of the evening, even though it's not even close to the evening. All right, I mean, offense finally answered to the call. Finally took a broken defense play to get us there, but it worked out, and we finally got back on the board, up by 5 with potentially the game's final drive ensuing here for the Niners. See Brian Burns. He's had an okay game. I'm not going to get off that block, and he's in trouble. Jordan Davis with a big man sack. He's got the biggest sack I've ever seen. We tried to measure it. Tried to weigh it. There wasn't a scale large enough. 2nd and 17. Off the edge. Trying to get that early play. Nice spin. Sack, fumble. Trent Brown picks it up, but taken out by Maddox. That was a beautiful move. Cut inside, spin out. Carson Wentz never saw it. He thought it was pushed inside, and we got the edge containment. Forced the fumble and everything. Let's see it. Oh, they're not going to show the actual lead up, are they? It was a beauty. Took a while, but got there. We're going to bring the little bit of a press. We're still playing over top, but still want to try to slow down as much as we can. That's going to be an underneath look. Got blocked up, and Aaron Jones trying to do something, maybe a little too much. Gains about 10. It's now a 4th and 18. It's going to kind of require a miracle here. Burns potentially on par for 20 on the year. That's what we like to call an improvement. Call it how it is. Trying to drop back. And that's in a double and dropped. Thankfully, Anderson kind of gets a push on him because, yeah, there was a chance for a catch off the tip there. Of course, it's still not over as they have all their timeouts and plenty of chances here. Hawkins on the run. Not really looking for anything. Oh, chance to break it. Not really looking too well with the blocks, but still did what we could. Gained a yard probably. Back to the line either way. Better than losing a yard, I guess. Change it to a straight-up dive play. We're still going to follow that right side. It's a good play call. And what appears to be a 1st down. It's actually inches. And, of course, they know somehow it's a pitch, which makes no sense. It should be the run defense on the interior. If we get it, which it looks great, Hawkins almost scores 4. I really want to put a 4th in here. But literally the game's over if we just kneel it out. It kind of feels scummy. Screw it, though. Screw it. Hawkins, touchdown. Thankfully, we're at home. I'll tell you what, if we were on the road, things could get ugly. Of course, they do actually kind of get down here quickly, but facing a 4th and 10 now. Let's try to get the press. Not a bad press. Kind of bumped him a little bit. Takes the shot. Woolen misses a chance at the pick, and that will be a GG. What a weird offensive performance. They finally were the team, though, that got locked out of scoring. Defense kind of clutched up when we needed them the most. That play with Tyson Anderson was insane. One-on-one, you know, kind of got beat off the line or off the route. You know, it could have went anywhere. It could have been a streak, could have been a cut left, cut right, and obviously it was a cut right, and we got beat, but was able to recover and make that one-on-one tackle, which he's just not done well at all in his career, to force the punt, and we just never looked back. Obviously super weird because the passing game was kind of, it was iffy, it was meh, but it was the main thing we were working on, yet we finished with 4 rushing touchdowns. That late third into the 4th, we absolutely committed more to the ground game. Can't really say it was too much more successful, but either way, came out with 4 scores on the ground, and obviously that ended up being enough to win the game. Aaron Jones absolutely was locked up in this game. Of course, got some catches, but even then his receiving game, you know, wasn't super great. Woodley was solid. Moore was okay, not nearly as good as last week, though. And Ferguson, kind of bad all game long, dropping pass after pass, had no separation, and it was Sky Moore going up against the better of the 2 cornerbacks. Jordan Davis was okay. Burns was pretty amazing considering Trent Brown's a great player. Thaddeus Carmichael with that really nice interception after we threw the pick, which kind of negated their play. Obviously, Nwangwu with that kick return touchdown was huge. And we have some upgrades. Hawkins, how actually, I was about to say, how good is he? His elusiveness doesn't really need to get up that much more, but we'll try to get to 90 juke move at least. Funny enough, his stiff, I was about to say his spin move sucks, but nice little spin move upgrade there, actually. We don't have the second ability yet, right? We kind of need jukebox, and then when we have that, we might be able to change this ability to something like short in elite, something a little more realistic to his actual skill set. Caden Stearns, now an 80 overall free safety, not bad at all. However, the upgrade itself kind of was pretty bad, and then Matt Ariza, it doesn't really matter what you upgrade, the game just gives you what they want. And at least it's something bonus-wise. It's an accuracy, unfortunately. Going up against the Chargers next week. Obviously, we have to, first see what the Cowboys do. If they lose, if they win, to have a chance at the division title. But with that win, I'd have to feel common sensely-wise pretty good about making the postseason, as we are now the 2nd best team in the conference based on overall. But obviously, without the Cowboys' consent for the division, weird to say that, but it potentially means nothing, as we could literally miss at 10+ wins because we don't have the division, and there's a bunch of other teams in there. You know, if there's a 6-win division team and there's a bunch of 10 wins that are wild cards, you know, it could be ugly, but obviously feeling pretty good regardless about it. And yeah, 2 games left on the season. Definitely a bit of a shaky one there, but ultimately came out with a victory, and probably another player of the week with Hawkins. Maybe the yards weren't great, but the touchdowns 4 is very hard to match production-wise. Regardless, though, if you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR, or second channel, PKR Plays, for non-Madden gaming videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!